anybody that is in chat, welcome to and YouTube as I post this up later, as we are this is kind of, well, session 2.0, sorry, not 2.0, session 0.2 or whatever it would be, where we're gonna make characters for I keep wanting to say everything but Shadow of Ghosts, and that's not even named Season of Ghosts. Season of Ghosts.
Yep.
Shadow of Ghost. It's like, I already know what Josh is like. Oh, is that a tell? Is that a tell? Is he telling us something? He's like, Shadows. Shadows, that's part of it. Shut up. No, it's but we thought it'd be fun to make characters.
Please don't make me fight shadows anymore. I don't want to fight the shadows.
Oh, well, don't worry.
Fight the shadows.
The shadows will probably actually be correct. Jim, we were doing all my stuff except for this is homebrewed, and I threw shadows in there, and it was for 5e, and it was quite the combat.
It was not good.
It was like the second combat. Yeah. So I know we were everyone here has been talking a little bit behind, well, in the Discord about what they're thinking about playing and thoughts and plans. So what I'm going to do on my screen is I have 3 character sheets here, and we're just going to go through step by step, and I'm going to build them so that way people who are watching this later or here on the stream can just see it, because I don't think we have a good way to share character creation, like what you guys are doing. So that way we don't need to get, I don't think we need to get everything locked in, but because I'm pretty sure there's maybe some cantrips, which we can talk about that, or some spells maybe, or feats. That
we're spending all 15 gold pieces tonight, Dave.
Oh my god.
But no, I was just,
let's go.
But yeah, what pretty much all I was saying was that we're just gonna go through, do this, and if there's pretty much spells, cantrips, feats, like we'll have the lemon law until like maybe after a session or 2, because seeing something written and then actually getting to use it is like especially in Pathfinder, is just like, well, that's not what I was expecting. So I'm saying right now at session 0 that I'm leveling up. We will for sure, like, you guys get new feats and stuff. We'll have, since pretty much I think schedule wise we're only gonna be able to play like once a month. We'll do like, okay, you have until you have one, like a session lemon law, or if it's a combat thing, to do that. So like pretty much seeing how it works, but yeah, we'll talk about that. And I don't know, I'm pretty used to adjusting and stuff, so if we're just like, I literally haven't used this, can we change it? Sure. So but yeah, I guess if we want, we can just do a quick introduction of who we are, because, well, one of us in this call will definitely be known on the YouTube channel. But yeah, let's see. I'm looking at the Zoom. The person next to me right now is anime, so we can go.
Oh.
If you wanna, let's see. Name, what do you want people to call you? Trying to think of fun questions, like if you have any like online, like Twitter, like, or stream stuff, say that, and then what would be a fun question?
Oh gosh, the camp counselor question, right?
Let's see. I never was a camp counselor because I'm allergic to nature. Let's see.
If you were gonna make cheese, do you use the gunk between your toes or the gunk in your armpits?
That's a very good question. Okay.
There's not a third option.
Yeah.
We don't want the third option. That'll get us kicked off.
Oh my.
Yeah. My name is Anime. You can call me by Anime Hero, or if you want to call me by my traditional name, I do accept Michael as my traditional name. If you want to just call me Michael, I don't mind that at all. My online presence is very little, but I do stream over at Gamers Behaving Badly TV with my dad, as well as I post dice pictures on Twitter every once in a while when I feel like it. So yeah. As for the gunk between my toes or the gunk between my armpits, I really don't like toes. I have to go with armpits, honestly.
The fact that we're answering that question is
Hey,
just makes me so
you
happy.
said it, so
I mean, at least it's easy to reach. I have to you'd have to reach between each toe, and that's too much for me. I'd be out of it after like the second toe.
Hey.
I'd be like gagging.
Yeah, I was gonna say, like, Josh beat it to me. I was gonna say, like, if you had to replace, like, every time you sneezed, snot with something, what would it be?
Oh gosh!
Ketchup.
Every time I sneezed,
Glitter. Glitter bombs. Every time you sneeze. It'd be terrible for everybody, me included. But anyway.
Ooh, Slim Jims. Every time I sneeze, I get Slim Jims.
Sneeze into a Slim Jim. Let's go. Alrighty. Well, I'm just gonna go around the thing here. So Jim, you're next, and it's actually the first time we're meeting.
Yeah, so I'm Jim. How's everybody doing?
I'm doing good. How are you doing?
I'm doing good.
Okay,
It's been a long day, but not too bad. I don't really stream, so I don't have any of that, and I like real cheese. I don't really want to pick it under my toes. Sorry.
You don't want no organic grown cheese?
No.
We'll take it. All right, I think that's everybody. So the joke I make every time that when Josh is in a call. You tell we've been
Oh,
friends.
didn't I go already? No, sorry.
This is can you tell we've been friends for like years?
Since your mom tried to have you in my parents' bathroom.
Yep, that is by contract. It must be said every time he's on.
Every time.
If you guys watch every show, it's at some point it comes up. Introduce yourself.
Sphincter talk. So, it's my two go-tos. Hey everybody, I'm Josh. You can find me on Twitch, even though I don't do anything on Twitch, as J to the Low. Everywhere else, I'm Joshua Daniel Logan, or Joshua to the Logan. I don't know. It's all weird. I don't care. You don't want to find me on anything. If you do want to spend money on something, you can go to any of the sites that have music, and you can buy I Am Calamity. So, woo, hey, have fun. That's it. That's me. I like playing TTRPGs.
Yeah.
When my wife allows me to, and she is right next to me while I'm doing this. So let's go. Have fun.
Hi, wife.
Nobody can hear you.
I know.
You're in my ear.
I
They all
just
say
thought
hi. all of Twitch just heard your voice.
and we all know she's very disappointed in all this for our nerdum. I still remember when
you're disappointed in all of us.
I still remember when I was forced to go outside, and then with a group from my church, and we looked over, and there was Josh with his family, and his wife had to explain to their. Is she 4 or 5? How old's your?
She's 5 now. She just turned
5.
5 this week.
Okay, so the time 4, but yeah, their daughter, and just like, this is the strange man that your dad plays games with on the internet, and she just looks at me like,
like what?
Okay.
What is this?
So, but yeah, so this is what we're gonna be doing. So, I don't know who would like to go first. I figured, what we could do, what was actually a good thing, maybe a good thing just to give a quick synopsis of, is not going too deep into it, because we play where we'll explore more of the adventure path, But in short, Season of Ghosts is a 4-book adventure path released by Paizo that takes place in the town of Willow Shore, I think. I don't have my
Willow-Shire.
I don't have my notes next to me. And
I have the cheat sheet open right here.
my
Willow-Shire.
my tablet is all the way on the other side of my apartment, and I don't feel like getting up. But yeah, so so they're all residents of this place, and like any adventure path, shenanigans happen, and that's all I can share because people read too much into what I'm saying. So yeah, I guess if there's anybody who wants to go first, we can do ancestry and then background and what class, if you guys have all that, and then I'm gonna go alongside and make it on the stream. So whoever wants to go first, or if you guys have dice, we can just roll. Be the big nerdy. Want to have dice next near them?
Oh, I do.
No, I don't.
Well,
Yeah, you told Jim we weren't playing today, so
yeah,
I got
true. It's all
my
good.
fancy
I'll
stuff.
roll a d6. I'll do that. Okay. The 1, 2 is anime. 3, 4 is Jim. 5, 6 is Josh. I rolled a 1. Anime.
Ah, God damn it. I was really hoping I wasn't gonna miss. Okay, so we're choosing ancestry.
Yes.
Okay, well, ancestry. So I've been thinking about this. I had to spitball a few ideas. I knew I was gonna try and go rogue, but I actually think I'm gonna go back. So I'm gonna go human for my ancestry. Very basic. on
Oh,
that.
sweet. I don't have to change it. This
Yeah, no,
character
it
sheet.
makes it very easy for you. We were going to go for background. What was it? I think I want it to be a bounty hunter for background. That's okay.
Right, there it is.
That fits.
Yeah,
And
so I'm just gonna read it for people here. Bounty hunters bringing in lawbreakers. Bringing in lawbreakers lined your pockets. Maybe you have altruistic motive and sought to bring criminals to make the streets safer, or maybe coin is motivation enough. Your techniques of hunting down criminals will transfer easily into the life of adventurer. Then you get to choose 2 attribute boosts. One must be strength or wisdom. And then there's 1 free attribute boost. And then you're trained in survival and legal. You gain experience, tracker fee. For anyone who doesn't hasn't made characters in Pathfinder 2, which I had to be reminded of, is unlike other games where you're going to roll your stats, you pretty much choose things, and they have boosts and things that come with your decisions that help build your character. So if you are a terrible roller like I am, this helps mitigate that. So
there's some weird professions on here too, like it's like grave robber.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then class.
Monk.
Oh.
I'm gonna stick with the standard monk.
let's go.
All right.
Yeah.
Hopefully, I don't know how well everyone's able to read that on stream. But yeah, you. So then you get 10 your hit points, training perception, expert in fortitude, reflex, will, +4 intel, and yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I'll let you look at while we're going on. You can set attributes and skill things.
Yep.
And then we'll do heritage when we come back. So, well, Jim, how about you? Since I guess we'll just go in the same order as we did introducing ourselves.
Okay. So yes, I'm kind of I'm up in the air. Still trying to figure it out whether I want to do a wizard or a sorcerer. I thought he was going to do the rogue.
Yeah, I did switch off to that. Yeah.
But monk and rogue have very
Monk and
similar.
rogue does.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he's
well,
still
so-
melee, like physical fighting for the most part.
So yeah, so it's I want to take the flavor of the Wu Zhen and see if I can have that in Pathfinder, but I'm undecided. Is it like what's best for them? Is it sorcerer?
You could do elemental sorcerer, or it looks like I was looking through the wizards. It looks like if you're a battle magic wizard, you get a whole lot of spells as you go that kind of like fit into like the elemental kind of realm of things. So it just kind of depends on what you want to do. Like, do you want your magic flowing through your blood, Jim? Or do you want to have studied it forever?
Or do you want to be a big nerd?
Yeah, I think I'm gonna go sorcerer now.
Let's go.
Alrighty. So, yeah, so let's see. Training fortitude, reflex, expert in will, training perception. And then you get bloodline stuff, which we'll get into that in the next section. Do you know what your ancestry is?
I want to do catfolk.
Catfolk.
Ooh.
Nice.
Catfolk is fun.
Yeah, so let's see. You got ability boost and dexterity, charisma, and a free one. Looks like you take a hit in wisdom. But you get low light vision and you land on your feet, which when you fall, you only take half damage. Don't land prone.
Catfall is great.
All right, and then do you know what your background is?
Yeah. There are a few that are special to just the campaign.
Did you have one out of the player's guide?
I'm gonna go the farmhand.
Ooh. All right. I like it.
It is. Yeah, so with a strong back and understanding of seasonal cycles, you tilled the land and tended the crops. Your farm could have been raised by invaders, and you could have lost family in the land, or you might simply got tired of the drudgery at some point and you became an adventurer. Then you get 2 attribute bonuses. One must be Constitution or Wisdom. The other one is a free one. You are trained in athletics and have farming lore. You gain the assurance skill feat with athletics. Sweet. So if you want to click on the setting attributes and skill training on there while we do Josh, and then when we come back, if there's any questions and all that stuff, we can ask it then. So all right.
I will be playing as a Yosoki, as they like to be called, or the Rat Folk. Let's go.
I was thinking, I don't know what that first one is. Oh yeah, and they let's see, they get boost in dexterity and intelligence, and they also have low light vision.
And this Rat Folk is going to go by the alternative rules. Instead of taking a negative to my strength, we're going to take a negative to my wisdom.
Let's see. Is there a way to do that in here? Or do you just...
Yeah, I'll show you. I'll show you how to do it when we get down to the...
Oh, okay, so it's later.
When we get into the abilities, I can show you how
as long as you know how to do it.
Yep.
So
I already have it set on my sheet.
Yep.
Because I spend too much time making characters.
Hey, you build characters like I build stinking campaign and other stuff.
It's true. I just try to figure out how to build a character that will make me feel happy while I play the game.
We play these games completely different. I like being absolutely miserable when I play a character.
Well, I do that to myself when I start to role play the characters I build, and then I'm like, oh, I picked
is this Rat Folk,
a young, immature person.
Yeah, I was about to say, is this
I picked a very drunk woman. or like it's just like, all right, this is none of these characters are working.
Or a character with a very strange accent that you were like, I regret doing this, and it's only been 2 seconds. Oi the governor.
You cheeky Chauncey.
Ah, yeah.
Let's go.
I'm-
I ain't bringing back.
I'm gonna
boys.
drink
I'll
lightning
stay
in a
this for
bottle.
about
What's the worst that could
10
happen?
minutes. No, and he's gonna be a Northridge scholar, which is so you can find that in the campaign one. Like you have to go into the campaign to find a Northridge scholar. That is a season of ghosts.
I have it here. I just clicked all because that's all in alphabetical order. That's just the easiest way for me to do that.
Even better.
So, doesn't really have much. It's a background specific. Oh, also has a background specific item action, which but yeah, it has choose 2 ability boosts. One must be Constitution or Strength. Others free. Your trained society and academia lore. You gain additional lore feat. Do you have the background action written down? Because I don't see it on here.
Yeah, the background action is in the player's guide. And later in the season, like when factions start having issues, because there's the Northridge Scholars and the South Bank Traditionalists, and we get a +2 or something, favor wise with the Northridge Scholars.
Yeah, I just didn't have it written down when I was clicking on it. So
yeah, let me.
But
hold on, I have it right here. The party's reputation with Northridge increases. Increase the party's reputation with Northridge by an additional 2 points. Your GM has information about Willow Shore reputation.
I just threw all those pages out.
It's all good.
Alrighty. And I think I know what class you're playing, but what class are you playing?
Thaumaturge. We're going crazy, and we're gonna see if I don't die right out the gate.
Yes, so you are an expert in fortitude, trained in reflex, and expert in will. You're also expert in perception, trained in arcana, nature, occult, and religion, and a bunch of other stuff that you get to choose. And a bunch of defenses. So we'll hit accept, and yeah, if you want to, well, it sounds like you're already locked into your abilities and things, but
not all of them.
Okay.
I left some empty because I want to see what best fits the party and not what fits what I want to play.
No problem. All right, so back to you, Anime. What abilities are you doing here?
Abilities. So for ancestry boosts, that's Constitution, Strength.
Right. Then how about your? Oh, go ahead.
Background boost, Strength, Constitution. I'm bulking up.
No problem.
Class boost is Dex.
All right, and then it says here you have 4 extra points. So where'd you chuck them in?
Strength, Con, Dex, Intelligence.
All right. Then skill training.
Acrobatics, Athletics, Intimidation, Nature, and Stealth.
Acrobatics, Athletics, Intimidation, Nature. What was the last one?
Stealth.
Excellent. Sweet. Okay. Yeah, if you haven't looked at Heritage and all that stuff, we'll that next.
Yep.
All right, Jim. How about you? What abilities did you set here?
All right. Actually, so kind of what we were talking. I kind of want to change my ancestry. Or is it too late for that?
No, it is definitely not too late.
All right. I'm gonna do a human.
All right.
Ooh.
So I lose the low light and the land on it.
It's all good.
But that's the only thing that's changing.
I think you also don't get the negative to wisdom, which I think catfolk.
Oh, correct. Yeah.
But okay, no problem. What are you putting in for your ancestry boosts?
So it's going to be charisma, and then dexterity,
right? By your background.
And then constitution, and then charisma.
All right, and then you already have the charisma boost there, and then your free boosts. You have 4 points that you can put in.
I'm so glad you mentioned that. I thought I had everything. I was like, oh no. That's gonna be charisma. That's gonna be dexterity. That's gonna be wisdom and constitution.
Righty. And then you got 2 points for skill training. Would be the little gear next to abilities.
Yeah. So we're gonna do Arcana.
Right.
What's a good one? Let's go Deception.
Righty. Okay, and then yeah, if you haven't, you can look at heritage and stuff. While we go over to Josh.
All right, here we go. We got charisma.
Right.
And then for background, we're doing strength and charisma. And then here's where we get to have fun, Dave. So you're going to click that little override button. And then so we're going to put 14 in strength, and I'll explain why we get that. We're going to put 10 in con. We're going to put 6 in wisdom.
Oh God.
Because that's where we take the extra boost to strength from. Because you can only take like a flaw down to like, you can't go past -6 on you can only have one stat that's low.
Sounds like coward talk to me, but go ahead.
Well,
I'm messing.
you can take a flavor penalty, but Dex is 12, Intelligence is 12, and Charisma is 16. And then we can put in my free boost, which is going to be Strength, Dex, Intelligence, and Charisma.
All right. There we go. And then skill training.
Oh, we're doing my skill training?
Yeah, we're doing it.
What don't we have as a party right now? So I, like, straight out the bat, I have Arcana, I have Academia lore, Esoteric lore, Nature, Occultism, Religion, Society, and eventually we'll get Intimidation, because that comes with one of my heritages. I guess.
I think you guys have, like, I know Jim has Deception, and there's something else, and I completely lost it.
Arcana,
Arcana.
Deception, and Lore, Farming.
Yes, and then Anime has a lot of the physical stuff. I know he has Acrobatics, Athletics, Intimidation, Nature, and Stealth.
Okay. So I'm gonna take Survival, Thievery. We're also gonna take Crafting.
Now, it's not on here, and I don't know if it's in the player guide, but there is a lore for Willow Shore. That is...
So, one of my class feats lets me... So, so the class feat I'm going to take allows me to use my Esoteric lore with a -2 to it to basically search any lore that I want.
Okay. Yeah, no problem. It's just I don't know what information you guys have, and it's like it's one of those things. One of the podcasts I'm listening to playing Gatewalkers, and they're just like, you should have taken this lore, and it's like everyone's like, it seems like we didn't even know it existed. But I was just
what I will tell everyone is what the player's guide tells you are important. So these feature often in combat: acrobatics, athletics, medicine, and stealth. Useful throughout is Nature and Religion. Useful in the second half of the campaign is Arcana and Occultism. They say that Diplomacy, Intimidation, Society are good to have. Deception is good in the second half. Survival, because of the setting we're in. Thievery, Crafting, and Performance says it will be useful at least once per adventure. And then it says very useful is to have Willow Shore, just for what it is. And then they have other ones that, like other lores that could come in handy at some point. But I said that way too fast, probably. But because of the skill that I get,
Yeah, no problem.
I was gonna take diverse lore, or I was gonna take Willow Shore lore, but I think we're gonna need the extra skills. Since anime already has athletics, I think I will forego having my plus to athletics. I don't think that messes with me at all. Is anybody gonna take medicine? If not, I will.
Yeah.
No, it's all good. I was just making sure, because if not, we're gonna have to make sure somebody can do something to give us some boost. And then I guess my last one, Dave, is I'll take diplomacy just so that we have
Right.
that covered. Right? Yeah.
Mhm.
So there we go. So I'm only missing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Yeah,
Untrained.
he's got a lot. Thaumaturge with the scholar thing, I'm pretty sure gave him like almost everything. So.
If I really wanted more, I could take the things, but I'm not gonna do that.
All right, so let's go back to anime now. With have you found your heritage?
Yeah, it's the first one. I don't know the particular way to pronounce it. You have elves or possibly other in your family tree.
Okay.
That's the first one. Yeah. So I gain low life addition and I gain an ancestry feat. So.
Nice. Some of these names, for people who don't know, might be a little bit strange because of Orc, their licensing, because with 5e or Wizards being strange back almost a year ago, 2 years ago, I don't know, something around there. This is part of the Orc thing and the remastered. So I think it's the Aluvern. I don't know. We're gonna butcher it, but yeah, we'll try it.
Aluvern sounds pretty good.
Yeah. And then I believe I wanted to do Dragon Spit. Was the ancestry feat I wanted.
Hey, so you get to choose one of the following cantrips: Acid Splash, Electric Arc, Produce Flame, or Ray of Frost.
It's basic, but I'm gonna go Produce Flame.
Hey, nothing wrong with that.
Anime, you are my kindred spirit.
I don't know. If there was a Thaumaturge, he would have liked it even more. I don't think that's a spell in this. All right, and do you have your class feat, or do you?
Yes. I'm going with Mountain Stance.
All right. Already starting off with stances. I hate it now. Just joking. Stances where it's pretty much you just have to make sure there's like, it definitely you have to spend an action to get into the stance, but normally it you just got to make sure there's how to like spend an action to get into it, and then the only way you get out of it is if you do something like against whatever that stance is. So we'll just have to make sure that we're familiar with what the stance does. So because
as long as you don't fall prone, you'll
Yeah.
get a bunch of your stance.
yeah, like for archer stance, monastic archer stance, like that's pretty much going prone, or you attack with something besides your bow. So like we just so we just have to make sure we make sure we know all that jazz. So alrighty, so from the looks of it, it looks like you have all the different things. So yeah, if you have weapons and gear and stuff, you can start looking into that.
Yep.
All right, Jim. Do you know what heritage, or what's any of these you want to start off
yes.
with?
So I'm gonna take versatile heritage,
All right.
and then for the feat for that, arcane sense.
All right, I will not take arcane sense.
I can
Oh
switch it.
no. This is just me thinking about next level, so we're great. I don't have to do it.
So pretty much versatile human gives you, I think, a free feat, and arcane sense. Pretty much, it looks like you get to cast some magic.
Mm-hmm.
And then as you
at will detect magic.
So, and how about your ancestry feat?
Natural ambition.
Hey, yeah, you're raised to be ambitious and reach for the stars.
I'm undecided. This one's going to be because it's either counter spell or reach spell.
Do you think the spells you're going to have, other people are going to also have?
Probably. Well, maybe.
Because if you think your spells are going to be the spells other people have, then counter spell is great.
Right.
But if you don't want to play defensive and you just want to attack the crap out of things, then go reach.
Okay, reach.
All right.
Thank you.
Yep.
That answered that one.
All right, and now bloodline. What kind of sorcerer are you being?
Okay, so I like the idea of the Imperial, and I also like the idea of the Phoenix.
All right.
I have to make a decision.
Well, let's read them, and maybe the party can help out. So Imperial is one of your ancestors was a mortal who mastered magic. Such magical blood can remain latent for generations, but in you it manifested in full. So you have an arcane spell list, arcane skills, arcana and society, bloodline skills. You get arcana and society. Granted spells, cantrip detect magic. You get at first level magic missile, spell and each spell goes up in level here. Magic missile, dispel magic, haste, dimension door, prying eye, disintegrate, prismatic spray, maze, and prismatic sphere. That's 1 through 9. Bloodline spells. The initial ones are ancestral memories, an advanced extend spell, greater arcane countermeasures. And then blood magic, a surge of ancestral memories grants you or one target +1 status bonus to skill checks for 1 round. Then Phoenix is you've been blessed by a Phoenix, perhaps via a magical interaction with a similarly blessed individual. Your spell list is primal, and you get the skills of diplomacy and nature. The granted spells is detect magic, burning hands, see invisibility, fireball, remove curse, breath of life, disintegrate, contingency, moment of renewal, and meteor swarm. Bloodline spells are rejuvenating flames, shroud of flames, cleansing flame. Then your blood magic is the primal fire of life and death flows through you or one target. Choose to have either you or a target with the spell gain temporary hit points equal to the spell's level for 1 round, or have the target of the spell take fire damage equal to the spell's level. If the spell already deals initial fire damage, combine this with the spell's initial damage before determining the weakness and resistance. So it looks like that passes. Oh no, it will still take. It's added. So, Phoenix, big old firebomb, Imperial study.
Yeah. All right. I think it's gonna be Phoenix. One question though. What's closer to like wild magic?
Primal. Yeah, primal is wild.
Okay.
Yeah, primal is nature. So like, there's like the 4 camps, which is Arcana, Primal. Shoot, no, I forget. It's occult and divine. Yeah, and so divine is like your religious, like your healing spells, or light. Occult is, if I. Oh man,
occult is like dark stuff.
Yeah,
right? like you're like void, like what used to be like chill touch, which is now like void.
Yeah, it's
whatever.
like necromancy and like kind of just hacks and just there's a spell that I think a witch can cast called Flesh Wall, which is literally a wall of just flesh that just you choose a body part and it like it's just a wall full of that body part, and they just like, so there's eyes and mouths and all this stuff. It's very like esoteric and strange. Arcana is studying, a lot of study, and Primal is like your druid, very nature-based. So.
Oh man. Yeah, this is a tough one because now it's Phoenix or Elemental. They're basically kind of the same. It's just there's a couple other.
Yeah, Phoenix will give you more of that like gen kind of idea that you were thinking of, where Phoenix is way more fire oriented. So if you're looking for a non-fire, like, which Phoenix will still have like non-fire available to you, but just depending on what element you want as your main source.
You know what? I'm gonna go Elemental.
All right.
Cool.
Yep. So this the paragraphs are a lot bigger on this one. You have a genie ancestor or another elemental influence that is imbuing your blood with primal fury, affecting how the bloodline spells and granted spells marked with the asterisk, as well as blood magic function. I'm just gonna say the spells stuff. So you get cantrip, produce flame. They all have an asterisk.
Anything that is produce flame or anything that like is fire, if you choose like air, that now becomes a force.
Okay, yeah, I see that the element type. Yeah, so pretty much, yeah, elemental. Yeah, so I'm not going to read through all the spells. We'll see them as you get it. But your blood magic, elemental energy surrounds you or a target. You gain a +1 status bonus to intimidation checks for a round, or the target takes 1 damage per spell level. The damage, you can figure that out. We don't need to say that. But yeah, as you were saying, the elemental type where you get to choose. I think the psychic, one of their things also has something similar, but you bounce between 2 elements. So you could cast like Ray of Frost, but Ray of Frost is fire, cold. So, but yeah, you're becoming an avatar. That sounds fun. All right, and so now you have to select the elemental bloodline type. So air, earth, fire, water.
It's gonna be fire.
Right, there we go. And so then we got all of that. And then, if you want to look into pretty much any of the gear stuff, and we can help you with that if you have questions. All right. Hey, Josh. Heritage.
Let's do it.
Are you a deep rat?
I am a deep rat. I come out of the Underdark, or the Dark Lands.
Gross.
out of Jinin, which no one knows because they didn't look at the map yet. That's okay.
You don't know that. What's your ancestry feat?
My ancestry
cheek pouch
is Skull Creeper.
Oh, no cheek pouches. You won't be a hamster.
No.
Complete side note. I think last week I was wondering, like, what if hamsters were like the size of horses? And like how many humans would be?
A lot.
Yes.
Because hamsters will eat their own children, let alone.
Hey, let's be honest. Sometimes those kids need to be taught a lesson. All right, Skull Creeper. You wear the skulls to demoralize your foes. You become trained in intimidation and gain the intimidating glare skill feat. If you're already trained in intimidation, you can take train skill of your choice. If you pay 50 gold or GP, gold points or whatever it is, for a splendid skull mask, the skull mask grants you a +1 bonus to intimidation when worn.
Which I gotta say, 50 GP for just a +1 to intimidation is ridiculous.
Hey, Talk to.
It really is. I'm just saying.
Go email Jason Bowman.
Eric Mona. Come on. You're not watching. It doesn't matter. Okay.
Jason Bowman has a Twitch channel. Ask him.
And
he
then
does more of the
my
design
class
stuff.
feat,
Yeah.
We're gonna take diverse
lore.
lore.
Just mentioning that.
Which this will just be more fun for you, Dave.
Okay.
Every time I have to roll things.
Additional lore.
And then my additional lore. This is where I need to try to figure out what I want to do. So I could do Willow Shore here, but I really want to do Sangpot Shi as my additional lore because that's kind of the religion he follows, even though it's a very different version of it.
I have no clue how to spell
exists. Sangpotshi. It's the thing that the monks originally worshipped at the Sugi tree.
All right. And then
at the abandoned monastery.
And then your special.
Seeing as everybody else in my party can't see in the dark, we're going lantern. Giving us 20 feet of bright light, and then 20 feet after that of dim light. Let's go.
I can see kind of in the dark. Okay, I have low light vision.
Yeah, it's alright. Now we will go anywhere without any light consistently will be there.
All right, so, yeah. So I guess weapons and all that stuff. What you got, Anime?
Still thinking on it, honestly.
Yeah, we don't
like
like stuff like that. We don't really need to sit down and just figure it all out.
Don't worry, I know the two things. One, I'm not wearing any armor, and two, I definitely have fist as a weapon. Those are the things I know. Other than that, I'm just trying to think.
Fist with a D6. Let's go.
Yeah.
So maybe one thing that we could do right now, yeah, because weapons and gear and defenses and all that stuff is in the character sheet and online, and we can talk about that if we have questions about that. Jim, do you need help with spells?
I think I'm picking them right now.
Okay.
On the character sheet that I'm looking at. I need the translation between this edition and Pathfinder.
Go ahead. Yeah, ask away. This is why I wanted to do this all together.
So magic missile is what in Pathfinder?
So
magic missile.
It's the same thing, I believe. Depending on how many actions you use to cast magic missile, is how many missiles are spawned.
What's the name of it?
If it's a new name.
Cool stuff.
Oh, you know what? It's only an arcane and a cult, so it's not in primal.
Oh. Okay. Well, that's why I can't find it.
Yep.
Okay.
So it says it's legacy content. So here's the remastered version. It's Force Barrage. It still says it's only arcane and occult, but it's called Force Barrage now.
Okay.
So would choosing elemental based cantrips, would you also be able to use your bloodline thing?
So he has a specific bloodline thing. That's his special spell.
Okay, so only the spells that he gets from the bloodline is what he can change the elements of.
No. So when he chose fire, they're all fire now. So that was just at the initial thing. So if he chose water, they would all turn into water.
Okay.
If he chose rock, they would all turn into rock.
So if you took electric arc, it would be fire arc. Or just
No,
the
'cause
spells
he
in
can-
his
he can
bloodline.
still- just those specific spells that come from the bloodline. He can still cast electric arc as a cantrip. And like water push and all that and all those other things.
Don't worry, Jim. It sounds really complicated now, but I know as soon as we get
Yeah.
into Josh's character, it's going to get very a lot more complicated. I'm just glad
Honestly,
we don't
I
have two
no
Megases.
spells whatsoever, which is really confusing to me, but at the same time I'm okay with that because
Yeah,
I
but
just
I
have
also
a
know with the
path.
Thermaturge can also... I have a concept of what they can do.
yeah.
But, yeah.
Wait till I have to roll every time I go to hit somebody
Mhm.
before I even make my choices.
Okay. I may have to change the bloodline.
Yeah, if you want Force Barrage,
Yeah.
Imperial will give you that.
Okay. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. All right, well.
Okay, so... the Arcane... Let's see, is there... Looking to see if there was something that still was element-based that had... Arcane...
Which I feel like he's still in the spells should still be able to pick certain things, like he still will be able to do electric arc, frostbite,
Oh, yeah, yeah.
blast.
Yeah.
Right, like
Like-
it's not produce flame anymore. I forget what the
Warm ouchies.
there's a fun one called Slashing Gust. That's a 2d4 slashing damage, and on a critical success, they get 1d4 persistent bleed just from you slashing your arm.
Gale Blast is the name of magic missile now?
No.
Force Barrage.
Magic Missile is Force Barrage, but
It
that's
actually
only
is-
in his actual spells.
Yeah. But it actually, at least on the web app, it does have it has magic missile as well.
Oh, okay.
Alright, so... doing
Alright.
Imperial...
Yeah, I'm gonna change it to Imperial.
Yeah, no problem.
Which the nice thing, Jim, is if you use a 3-action Force Barrage, that's just 1 spell slot. That's not 3 spell slots.
Right. Okay. Nice.
Because you're using all 3 actions to cast the 1 spell. I had to look that up because I always get confused by spells that have more than 1 action to them. When you can choose them differently. So I'm like, I only have 3 spots. I don't want to use them all for them.
Able to find 4. Because I was still clicking on the cantrip thing.
Oh.
So Force Barrage will be in your granted spell. So now you just need to figure out 4 cantrips and 2 spells.
Jeez.
What the cantrip seed the land and water the plants for my farmer
and Jim,
heritage.
now that you have Imperial, you
Mhm.
can go back. So you don't need Arcane Sense anymore because you have Detect Magic. So
Right. Yeah. Well, it would be nice to have that as a free at will.
well, it's still an at will because it's you have it as your
Oh, that's
cantrip,
true. Yeah.
right?
Okay.
Like it is your granted cantrip spell. So
Yeah. All right, I'll
then
go
you
back.
just
and
have it
change
twice. Which, if you want to have Detect Magic twice, I'm not gonna tell no. But- Sorry, my dog was barking. I was trying to figure out what's going on.
Okay,
I thought your
so-
wife was telling you, like, would you stop being such a nerd next to me? You're ruining my
No, she
shows. I want to watch football, basketball, and your nerdom is getting in the way.
It's true.
Sports ball.
That's very true. Right now it's basketball. Basketball would be.
I don't know.
It's March Madness, everybody. College basketball. Let's go.
Oh my god.
Let's see. We'll ask
Go
chat.
Duquesne. Go Duquesne.
Oh my goodness! I heard go Kane, and I'm like, I need to start watching basketball, man. It sounds like pretty exciting. Every time you take a foul shot, you just take a little hit. Just,
No, they basically have turned basketball into professional wrestling now, and they have a cane match. So the team that wins gets to cane the team that loses.
My god, I'd
And then
watch
you
that.
have the referee on a pole match, and so like if you hit enough 3-pointers, the referee gets lowered low enough that like the jump ball you can grab him, and if you grab the ref, then he only makes calls for your team and not for the other team.
oh, so that way the referee's betting actually is now a mechanic.
Yeah, yep. It works.
I'm just cracking up over here that the frying pan is a weapon I'm proficient in.
Yes, right.
I want it so bad, but it's like, it works with my character, but do I really want to just have a frying pan?
I realized that I could just make Xena Warrior Princess as a character in here if I really wanted to, because they have the chakram and the chakri, which are like the throwing discs. And so my character will have a chakram on his back in case he needs to throw something at someone.
Okay, I'm getting the frying pan.
Are you gonna have long hair and live in a tower? Have a little gecko as or a chameleon as your pet?
No.
Well, no, I don't know the light song. I don't know any of the songs in Tangled. I just know I like Tangled.
Tangled with it. Yeah, so right now I think I got a couple items. I have my fists, I have the guitar, which is those knife, like the knife protrusions that you can get, where you can grab under them and punch people with knives.
Oh, that's exciting.
Yeah,
you could
and then
also get the, they have like the claw thing too. I think you might be proficient in that.
What's that called?
Let me find it real quick.
Yeah, because
What was the name of the claw hand?
You might be proficient in claw blade.
Claw blade.
Are you proficient in martial?
Should be.
If you are, then you could get a claw blade, which is just like a katar. Because I think the katar is 1d4.
Armor.
Nope.
Trained in simple and unarmed.
Oh, never mind.
Yeah,
never
not
mind.
martial.
You can't do that one.
Yep.
Sorry. My apologies. You can't be Wolverine.
Yeah, Qatar also knows punching daggers. Their hand grip allows the blades to jut out from their knuckles. That's basically what I'm doing. And right under that is knuckle dusters, which was very
the
tempting
gun ones.
too.
Yeah. Sadly, guns in this can't. I was trying to figure out how to do a gunslinger with Dave, and this is set too early in time.
There's Adventure Path, I forget what it's called, but it's set as a Western, and I know there's a group that they're connected with Paizo somehow, but it's called Order of the Amber Die, and they were doing a that Adventure Path. I'll look it up real quick, but everyone was gunslingers.
Oh my god.
I'm a gunslinger with a cleric archetype. I'm a gunslinger with a fighter archetype. I'm a gunslinger with a alchemist archetype.
Yeah, what they had to do is they had pretty much everyone had to be trained in medicine, so that way when one of them would go down, they had to be very strategic of everything. I would be really, really interested in watching it. Outlaws of Alkenstar. The early ones.
Ooh, and while we're talking about gear, Dave, there is a special gear thing that we get to choose from in the starting heirloom treasure from the player's guide. So there's 4 choices, and we can only choose, because there's only 3 of us, we can only choose, like, once one of us chooses one, then that's off the list for everybody else to choose from. But I'll put in the Discord real quick.
Yeah, and then we can talk about that in a sec. Let's make sure Jim gets all his spells and all that stuff.
Yep.
I was just giving us some opportunities.
All right,
Oh, no.
you ready?
Yeah.
That did not. do
So
what it was supposed to
prestidigitation or a cantrip,
All right.
electric arc, light, and ray of frost. Where my granted spell will be the detect magic. And then my first level spell will be, I have burning hands and scorching blast. And my granted spell is the force barrage. Or magic missile, depending on which naming you prefer.
I'm trying to find burning hands and spell. Right there. Hold on. Okay, prestidigitation, electric arc, light, and what was the last one? For cantrips?
Cantrips, ray of frost.
Literally. I don't really need I'm like clicking here, I'm like, why is this not showing up on my of Imperial, right? Imperial bloodline, okay.
And then for the so versatile heritage, I went with recognized spell.
Ooh, good one. You just get to know what the spell was. That's cool.
That
And then something's coming up saying free feat assurance athletics.
Yep, that came from, I think, farmhand.
Farmhand, okay.
So you're trained on this one skill, so yeah, even in the worst circumstances, you perform basic attack, use a skill that you're trained in, and forego rolling a skill check on stuff, receive 10 plus your proficiency bonus. Alright. Yeah, I can't. Yeah. Oh, with athletics. That's why it's in parentheses of athletics.
Yep.
All right. Well, so I guess the last thing we can do is, yeah, feel free, like, if, yeah, we'll talk in the Discord of finding what day. I'm assuming, just knowing how Easter literally is next week, I doubt we're gonna be able to get a game in next week. But yeah, so I don't know, that the joy of having to work. But yeah, so we'll let everybody know at some point. I'm assuming April, we will have a day picked out that we will start session 1. I was toying around with the maps and everything, and that's a lot of fun. I'm just stalling. I don't know if Josh got the things in the. Oh, he did. I can stop stalling. But yeah, pay attention to that. So here's the last couple. Oh, I do remember this. Yeah. So pretty much everyone gets one of these.
So they're at the house, so we won't have them.
Yes.
For the first episode, or at least the first part of the first episode. But
Until you get to wherever
as long
there.
as we survive whatever the festival is.
Drinking contest, boozing it up. So, the options here are 2 minor healing potions and 1 piece of common adventuring gear worth about 2 gold points, or less of the PC's choice, 1 predictable silver piece, and a vial containing 1 dose of oil of potency. What the heck is a predictable silver piece?
It's a coin that you can flip, and it works normally, but if you rub one side of it, when you flip it, that's the side that comes up no matter how you catch it.
Oh, cheating. Okay.
Yes.
Supplies for an alarm snare, 10 silver pieces, and 2 lesser ghost charges. Is that like allowing you to hit incorporeal targets? Is that what ghost charges are?
Ghost charges are a alchemical weapon.
All right.
So they're worth 3 gold pieces each. And they basically do positive damage to undead.
Alrighty. And 1 cold iron chunk worth 10 gold pieces. So,
Which you can make. It's 5 pounds of cold iron.
which cold iron, for people who aren't familiar with Pathfinder, is it's able to like get past, I think, a lot of resistances and stuff. I don't remember specifically everything, but I know there's a lot of creatures that will have cold iron weakness, which is useful.
And there is a blacksmith in our town.
Ooh, I can take care of
There's actually 2, but
I could take care of the other one.
you can't get rid of either of them, Dave, because they're in the adventure path.
There was a blacksmith in town.
Yeah, until someone
Why?
said that you can't touch them.
I didn't say you can't touch them. I said they're in the adventure path, Dave.
They have the box.
They have hit points that I can.
They can definitely die. That's fine. We can do that.
I'm just Jim. You'll as we play, you'll hopefully realize that I'm very quick to be very antistic. I can't think of the word right now, but just be a stickler.
Antagonist.
There we go. I like playing the villain, which is why I like doing this. Which is a good time to tell you is I'm getting rid of hero points.
Gosh.
No hero points.
How else are we gonna survive a battle now, Dave? Because
Get
I'm
good.
the only person who has.
As
I have a -2 wisdom and
hey,
a +1 to medicine.
you decided this.
Here we go. We're
Sounds
gonna
like poor life
do
choices.
Yeah.
a really good.
Hey, you know who
We're gonna
also
have
has a
some really
+1
good
in
fun.
medicine? Jim's character.
Oh, does he?
Yeah,
Cool.
and he didn't even need to get trained in it. Anime has a +0 because he's a dumb brute.
Hey, you know what? I don't have to heal if I'm outrunning all of you.
It's very true.
He's gonna use his lord legal and be like, if you don't heal me, I will, by the confines of this contract I just written up and signed in your. That is everywhere.
I'm gonna use the
I'm
lore
gonna-
legal to explain why I killed the blacksmith.
He looked at me funny.
I'm hoping my 18 AC will protect me and my 14
Same.
points.
Yeah. See. Yeah. But yeah, so for Jim, I don't know if you're familiar with hero points and stuff. If I'm just explaining stuff about Pathfinder and you're like, I know this, just feel free to say it. But hero points, it works very is to inspiration, where you get to
Okay.
roll twice. There's pretty much, it also has a couple different mechanical things. So pretty much if you do the roll, and I think before you learn the results of the roll, that's when you say, I'm going to use a hero point. Pretty much, so you can do that. You can get up to 3, and they carry over. In each session, you pretty much get a free one, according to the rules of the game. And then the other things that it can be used for is when you're dying. Pretty much the way dying works in Pathfinder is rather than 5e, where you have to roll above a 10, I think it is. I think it's 11 or higher, and then you do that 3 times and you're good, or you don't. But with this, you have for each round, I think you do a death saving throw, and each round, if you fail, it goes to death 1, death 2, death 3, death 4. Death 4 is completely dead unless you have the toughness
Unless you have
feat.
Die Hard.
Die Hard, which gives you a 5th round. But at any point, you can use a hero point to stabilize, and you'll get up to 0 and just kind of be... You won't be dead, but you'll be there. The moment. So, yeah, so there's that. I think but pretty much it's like any attack or pretty much any roll you want to redo, but that's like kind of counteract like the threat of dying is what a lot of people use. Now I know there's some people that will say like, I'll hand out hero points, but you're not going to get the free one. So I am not well versed in the ways of Pathfinder 2 to as much where I would feel comfortable being like, I'll give it to you guys, because I remembered I forgot to give some hero points out last time, but I also forgot to give out inspiration a lot because I forgot it was a mechanic.
if we like don't die often, then we can figure it out. But I'll take 3 hero points all the time. Let's go.
And so you get 3. You get 1 free one.
Yeah, and if I don't use it, I get another one next game.
That's
And
how
then
that
I've got-
works.
then
But
you said I get up to 3, so
I think you always start with 1, and then the other 2 like are handed out by the DM. But we can look that up and figure it out.
I don't care. It's all good.
I will say for everyone here and anyone watching, the way this whole adventure path is going, there could be a chance that we could bring in another player at some point. It's just we did have another one, and they got a cool life upgrade. So yeah, so it's a bummer that we weren't able to play with them, but I just thought, hey, let's just get it started. The way this whole thing's set up, it wouldn't be all that difficult to introduce somebody new. So
And if you're watching this Twitch stream right now,
sub.
that other person could be.
Give me your money. No. I just paid my taxes. I need no. Oh man, that was a whole ordeal. In short, I didn't realize that I didn't pay my local income taxes for 2021, 2022.
Oh, lovely.
Yeah,
That's
because
right. Local income tax is like not that much.
well, I think we lived in the same borough, and we didn't have to pay it there. And then when I moved to my current borough, it was like, hey, we're poor. And it was like, why do you think I moved to you guys? So, but it's all
It's like, take this out of my paycheck.
they
Why do I have to pay you?
They
You
do,
can take it out of my
and then they
paycheck.
want more. But no, so yeah, no, I'm excited. Like, do we have character names? Or do
I do.
I okay, I assumed you already did. I'm pretty sure you have like a spreadsheet of 32 of them. Going from most offensive to, okay, this is okay to say it live.
No,
Nah, I'm
no, I
joking.
just looked up. I looked up Japanese, Chinese, and Korean words that fit things. So maybe I'll send somebody with my name.
Ludius Ratimus.
No, his name is Yuka Koguto.
I just finished reading a book called Sword of Kaigen. Has a lot of Japanese in the naming and like kind of a lot of the lifestyle things. So there was like a lot of Japanese themed names, and I'm just like,
He is a 60-year-old rat folk.
can live that long.
Ah. Let's ask.
I hope-
How old can rat folk? be?
Do you have turtle children?
No, he has tiefling children.
That's right, you told me that.
Oh,
Oh
shoot!
my-
No, I hold on. Let me see if
Take
this
the
is
back.
Chewy.
They are Effling.
Hold on. I'm trying to see if like rat folk can actually live as long as I just said. The average lifespan is 60. So there you go. So this is just a year.
Yeah.
He's on death's door, guys. That's why he uses a sword cane.
I think tieflings are Vanara.
No, it's Nephilim.
Nephilim.
And then inside of the Nephilim are the Asimers and the Tieflings. And you can pick the different heritages of it inside of there. Which I gotta say, none of them are all that to write home about.
All right. Anybody else have their name? I will say, you can mention it, but I will need to be reminded when we actually play again.
I have a first name. I'll think on the last name.
Mm-hmm.
Taust. So Taos. Taust.
Taust. I'm like, okay.
Just think of toast.
Now, if J2 was here, I would have to I call him out all the time. He has character names that I need to write phonetically out. I still have the one for the Blaze in the Dark.
Valeris. That's literally what the name was, and you were like, Basalis.
It's because I had it because I spelled it out, and I could hear what he was saying, but my brain was reading what I wrote, and I'm like, this isn't working in my head.
And you're like, Valerie, it's your turn to go.
Yeah.
Good old Vaseline.
I was just about to say that too. I love J2 though. How about you, Jim? Do you have a character name?
Yes, it's really simple. It's Billy the Magnificent.
Excellent.
Perfect.
It's gonna be a 12-year-old sorcerer.
60-year-old and a 12-year-old. Let's go. Someone budding new life and someone who's about to kick the bucket.
It is
And
Nickelodeon.
And I'm 31. I'm just that people have to deal with both of you two.
He doesn't have a tragic backstory. That's yet to be made.
That's all good. So, all right. So this will be fun. Yeah. So Billy the Magnificent. Or wait, Magnificent? Is that what you said?
Magnificent.
Magnificent.
Billy the
Okay. Billy Magnificent.
I don't have a last name for him yet.
It's all good. Taust.
Here, let's see
Taust.
what Billy the Magnificent is in
Billy
chat.
Smith.
I already forgot Josh's character's name except for
All right, you are Subarishi Biri.
Oh
Subarishi. There you go.
Subaru.
Hold on. Let's see.
Subaru.
Hey, beer man.
Subaraisha Biri. Subarashi Biri.
Yeah.
Subarashi Biri. Subarashi Biri. There you go. That's Biri. Biri.
We'll call you.
Hey,
Biri de Magnificent Biri.
hey, Inuasha. Get over here.
Alrighty. So, with that, I don't think we really have any big things that we have to do here. I'm not saving these character sheets, by the way. I just wanted to show them on stream. So, while you guys did them. So, hopefully you guys have yours saved.
Yep. I may change around some spells. I'm not sure yet.
Oh, that's perfectly fine. Yeah, pretty much I was just wondering if you had questions while you were choosing stuff. But yeah, but feel free, guys. Nothing's set in stone until we start session 1. So if there's anything you want to change, all that, after you give it some more thought, feel free to do so, and we'll mention it when we start session 1. But yeah, so everyone here, keep an eye out for April. We'll make sure it's posted on all the things when we're doing that.